you're pre-panel right now.
Pre-panel.
Are there any big announcements coming?
Huge.
Are we
Well,
on any secrets?
I think we are. I mean, listen, I'm not a writer. I yearn to be a writer someday. I'm a frustrated writer. I like to give notes, but there's big news. It's huge. Season 8 is big. And there's always news to start the season, so I don't want to really say much about it. Steven?
Well, see, he really wants to be a writer, and I wanted to be an actor. So, sure, we're going to switch this year.
Yeah, there may be an opportunity where you're actually in an episode.
Yeah, no, I always cut myself out.
It's true. You did the last time.
I did
time
an
of
episode
birth?
last year.
What was the time of birth?
Time of birth, 447. But
that's a significant number.
It is a very significant
Which
number.
Which could be part of the big news.
Well, it is actually.
Right?
So
there you
go. We will be re-examining that alarm clock that Plant left in Booth's house.
So we can tease big news.
Okay. You had a pretty big cliffhanger, as Bourne's cliffhangers go.
Yes. I think it's about as big as we could get.
Yeah. The other lady's gone. She's gone.
Yeah.
Alice Brennan. Given her family history on the show, did you always foresee sort of having her maybe framed and flee the way her parents did?
No, we didn't really. That wasn't a plan in the past. But during this season, we kind of, everybody came together this season. The families kind of congealed, coalesced. They're in love. Everything was great. And at the end of the season, we just wanted to blow that apart. To take people who were comfortable, all of the squints, Angela and Hodgins, Cam, her daughter, everybody was kind of comfortable. And this next season is going to be trying to repair what was blown apart at the end of last season. So it's going to be a little bit darker. It'll be a little bit of a darker season. It'll still be funny because it's Bones, we're a crimedy, but it's going to be a little bit bleaker in parts. And also, Plant is going to figure throughout the entire season. So that's a threat, a very, very serious threat, not only to Booth and Brennan, but to all the squints as well.
Less congealed.
Less congealed.
I love that word.
I was going to say coalesce, and then I went congealed, and then I got a little revolted by saying congealed.
Isn't that the jelly that's the outside of the stuff in Paris? They serve this stuff. It's like this clear jelly on the
jelly.
That's aspic, but it is congealed.
And that's like a delicacy. We won't be as aspect, Brennan and I.
That's right.
Can I say that?
Yeah. Okay. Congealed actually is most of our bodies.
Yes, it's true.
Most of the remains we have.
Did you say crimedy a minute ago?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we are.
That term for.
I don't know. That's good. Hard and I call it a crimedy.
Well, there's not really a firm definition of what the show is. When it started out, it was this small show that kind of premiered really big and then kind of lost its light in certain areas, and we were discovering throughout the seasons that we really wanted to focus on the relationships and the characters, and Emily and I were very animate about that, of keeping it between the relationships and keeping it between the two of us. And then, they wanted the next X-Files, or they wanted a serious drama, so it was a tough couple seasons to kind of get to a spot where, okay, now we can do these funny bits, and how do you really categorize that? How do you call it? So it was a struggle in the beginning because there wasn't a show like Bones on network television at that time. There had been in the past, there was Moonlighting, there was all that stuff, but at that point, people were trying to make us a serious procedural. And Hart and I and David and Emily, it was all about the characters to us and the oddities of these murders and how they responded to them. And also we just wanted it to be light and a little bit funny. And these guys are really funny. And also something that I don't think anyone knew. Mm-hmm. I don't think they knew how funny you guys were. You're a riot! I'm just cracking up inside right
Oh my God, season 8, Red Nose.
Red Nose.
Big Red Nose.
Is that the big news?
That's the big
Yeah,
news.
that could be the big news, part of it.
In our roundtable, you said how you'd like to see the show end. Have you shared with your bosses your?
You know what? I've always think that the show, in my mind's eye, could end almost like a Poltergeist moment, where Emily and I just at the end of the world, and we just get to that motel and close the door and put the "Do Not Disturb" sign on.
Oh, so
Great
it's
scene,
not coming out of a TV.
No,
You know, not that Poltergeist
nothing like
moment.
that. It's leave us alone. We'll figure it out on our own kind of aspect. It's almost kind of like a, how should I say?